Welcome to San Marcos, Texas, home of the Texas State Bobcats, a place widely known as one of the continuously inhabited sites in America, and we expect our crowd to continually inhabit and make their presence known in this game. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Ohio Bobcats, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Texas State Bobcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Bobcats ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Bobcats offense will take the field first. And Jesse, in this age of transfers, quarterbacks are the hottest commodities. We've seen this guy, but now different uniform, different surroundings. It's his job to get everybody going in the same direction.
Well, he just has to take command of this offense early. And listen, we've seen in recent years transfer quarterbacks have success right away. Think about Will Howard winning the national championship at Ohio State, Dylan Gabriel over at Oregon, Cam Ward at Miami. This guy has a really good grasp of the offense, picked it up in the offseason. I know they're really excited to see what he can do on the field today.
And these transfer quarterbacks are so wanted because they already have the experience. You know exactly what they can do. You're not guessing. So his experience translates, and they're counting on it. They love him. That's why they went and got him, and that's why he's starting right now.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. They're setting up the screen. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. All right, guys, let's chat about Texas State. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
On 2nd and 10, a 4-wideout set, trips right. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Working that left side. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Well, they hit that deep crossing pattern, and nice job by the quarterback there, keeping his eyes down the middle of the field. He's not telegraphing where he's going to throw it. He knows he's got to give his guy a chance to work through the traffic, get all the way across the field, but you can't let the defense know where you're going with it. So really good timing between those two on that play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. It's a draw. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. And the Bobcats pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking downfield on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for room. It's Morrell. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
Fielded in the end zone. It's stuffed. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Ohio's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And Jesse, if there is an old war horse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
Well, that's a great point. There is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense. Because of that...
Oh, he's got some space. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run, and then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Bobcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And the Bobcats really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Thomas back to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Bobcats will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Now on the option. He'll toss it. Breaks into the open. A tremendous run. He was 4-4 after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution. He's got 50 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. Here we go. Goes to the option. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
On the option. And a short gain on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the first. That's the end of the quarter. Texas State has the lead here, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run the option. Running through contact. Into the... He goes. Touchdown, Bobcats. You know what? That's a bit of a trick play. Give it to the big guy. Let him tote that rock to the house.
It's a trick in college football now to even have a fullback in the game. Give it to the big fella. I'll tell you what, that's like tackling a tree stump. All legs, just big, stocky guy. Get in the end zone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Penn State is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a close one so far today at Happy Valley. They're up by 7 over Temple. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Thomas looking to fire. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Fires to the tight end. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Punt is on its way. Now on the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
Tried to fight his way forward, but he didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative one.
Lost one on that last. Second and 11. They go to the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short? Down line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Powell. Turning it on. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Marking at the 17, and they are set up. And the Bobcats are marching down the field. Base 27 jump. They try to pop a run on the draw. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
The gift to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Smashes in between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Thomas back to pass. Here's a heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. The Bobcats decide to punt it away.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. You've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Floating away. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Caught near the sideline, it's Contreras.
Nice job, big fella. You make a catch, you're a viable target for your quarterback and gain a couple of yards.
And the Bobcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll do it himself on the draw. And the ball's free in the backfield. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
First game of the year, you're always worried about turnovers, right? And this guy has the ultimate nightmare on his first touch of the year. Puts the ball on the ground. He's got to be able to flush that out now. You got to get ready to go play the next play.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Knocked down at the 43-yard line, and the interception has him set up in plus territory.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. They put it on the ground last time they had it. Got to take care of it this time, David.
And I think you got to put in context. A lot of times fumbles are just luck. You just got to move on, give him the football again, Jesse, and not worry about it.
I think that's a good point there, David. Get him the ball again to help him play the next play and know that he's okay. Because when that guy's playing well, this offense is on fire.
The Bobcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The option look. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And you kind of thought in that situation, QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Trying to set up the screen. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And the Bobcats have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Pocket breaking down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Going to try to get it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before half. He'll take a shot. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Great coverage, and it's so hard when the ball's thrown down the field to stay patient, like not to grab the guy, not to start to overreact to the football. Nice job staying a little bit patient when the ball got there, deflecting it, knocking it down.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Good, right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat San Marcos when that town is buzzing as it is today. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Bobcat Stadium.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably...
There he goes. Guided out of bounds at the 34, and the running game really coming through.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. New set of downs after the completion. Thomas looking to fire. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Yeah, and man, if you talk about being down at the half, what's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Right on the money. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. He lets one fly deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Bobcats line up to punt it away. Catch is made at the 15. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. To the ground with the back. Oh, he's got some space. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the fullback. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
I'll tell you guys, this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He can catch the football, and he can also run it, especially on third down. What a weapon.
The give to the big fullback. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Gets the back moving. Shakes off the defender. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call him right. To throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
And on second down for this offense. The give to the back. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
When I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now. The nice lead here late in the third quarter. They're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This
Breaks into the open. He'll be forced out of bounds. He'll mark it at the 13.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running back searching for a hole. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And the Bobcats will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. On the option. Quarterback on the keeper. Now the toss. Touchdown, Texas State. And the route is on.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. East Carolina is lighting up the scoreboard behind an offense that looks just about as good as we've ever seen in Greenville. They're up 14 over Georgia State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Here's the handoff. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
The Bobcats lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. He'll go to the sneak. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters. We've come to the break, and Texas State has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Catch and stride inside the 15. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Bobcats are on the move. Here we go, sack. He'll do it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
The The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
Thomas back to pass. Touchdown, Ohio! Fitted in the window for the score.
I know as a coaching staff, you're always trying to find positives that you can build on, and it's nice to see your team continues to fight. It has been a slog up to this point. No points until finally breaking through here in the fourth quarter. And they're going to go back and watch the film, and they're going to see what worked on this drive and maybe try to build on that the next time out.
Texas State, 23. Ohio, 8.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They've got the lead, but here in the fourth quarter, it's starting to dwindle. And if they're going to hang on to this game, they've got to be able to run it. It's a really tough thing to do when the opponent knows exactly what you're going to do, but this is what you train for. You've got to be the more physical unit right now.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
They'll ride the hot hand. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on. Past the first down marker and still running. All down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. The Bobcats back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Smart move to keep it on the ground. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Bobcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Give to the fullback. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Bobcats are in the red zone. They'll leave it with him. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Bobcats kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Might as well give it to him again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Gonna run it. It's Powell. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. The play action fake. Oh, they're after him. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. Thomas looking to fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Bobcats racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Looking to fire. Working that left side now. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got a man in the middle. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. Wants to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And the Bobcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Miller. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Oh, what a cut. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
That's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
The Bobcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll power it inside with the fullback. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
and that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to UFCU Stadium in San Marcos, Texas, home to the Texas State Bobcats. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on another team from the Big 12 in an intra-conference matchup, the Texas State Bobcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. On the move from inside is 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Texas State Bobcats offense will have the football first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Burrell. There he goes. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
On 2nd down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on 2nd down. We don't need 3rd downs.
Breaks the tackle. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bobcats getting set on 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go!
It'll be a draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And they sniff that draw out. When a draw, you really have to sell that pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field, but the defensive line, the defense was not biting it. You could tell they were ready for it. Came, got on the running back, got him on the ground quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Fires left. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And they'll take over.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a 3rd down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Hawkins. He's got him. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Aggies come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Bringing the heat. Gets rid of it. And the missed connection on 3rd down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They'll try to get outside. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Bobcats will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Looking for a man, it's Hawkins. The sure hands, it's Tatum. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Aggies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down.
Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. This time they'll go to the running game. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. To throw, it's Hawkins. Fires to the middle. It's complete. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. The corners are walked up tight. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies.
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the fourth quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now if this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Florida is currently trailing in this one, but I'm old enough to remember the comeback Danny Werfel led in 1995 to beat Tennessee. So don't rule anything out here today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Duke. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update on that with Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
They'll give it to the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down. And the Bobcats will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and short kick. Fair catch is called for. It'll give them great field position. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Now the play fake. Throws for the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. Touchdown, Aggies. He got a step and just dusted the field.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6.
Number 37, set to kick it off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Fighting off the defender. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Gets it out fast. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
In the red area, it's Tatum. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And it slips just inside that right upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
That's caught. It's Burrell. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Bobcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. And the Bobcats have it with a 1st and 10. Here we go. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Powell. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. It's a draw. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Finds the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turn. And the Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Under fire. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk.
He lets it fly. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the 1st half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. This will likely be the last play of the half. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Going for the big play. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. So the penalty for pass interference will allow this offense to run one more play on an untimed down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Got it inside the 10. Boy, he almost finished this half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped? They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat San Marcos when that town is buzzing as it is today. And it's been a dynamite 1st half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable?
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Hands it off. Runs through a tackle.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing in this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. To the air on first down. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Rushes on him. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Firing deep. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with it. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Looking downfield on first down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Well, coming out in the second half, they knew they needed to throw the ball to have success, and they have not yet found a completion here in the third quarter. This quarterback has got to be able to find a way to get himself back in rhythm.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitching down the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
The Bobcats send out the punt unit. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Breaks into the open. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Aggies! And the beatdown has ensued.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Alabama is on top, but it's not like Tua or Jalen Hurts or even Ken Stabler are playing quarterback, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 4 over West Virginia. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The give to the tailback. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Power football with the run. At the 35, he's open. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. And the Bobcats will punt it away on 4th down. Hauls it in at the 40. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. First step in this drive comes from their own 44. Pulled and fired complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And we saw this QB in the last drive. He had some success, right? The defense does a much better job getting to him, irritating him, frustrating him, and then most importantly, being able to catch him. And usually that's by committee, right? Not one guy going to get him on the ground. Nice job by the defense.
They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
On the play. Second down.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll go to the ground. Turning it on. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll give it to him again. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. After run, now throw. Pulls it in, it's Burrell. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bobcats are rolling down the field. Sticks it in his belly. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I love when you throw the fullback a bone. The dude is so unselfish, blocks the whole game. Give a bone every now and again.
Well, of course you like the fullbacks because you wish you had been a fullback. Some wanted to make you a fullback, and you were great. Could have been even greater.
Or I could have been a defensive lineman and a 3-time All-American in the first one.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Well, this guy must feel like